What's up, y'all? It's Wright's Painting. Let me give you some tips for safely painting an exterior when you're on a hill and a slant, and how to set up your extension ladder. So first of all, it's okay to stack rocks under here like this. I've stacked them where they don't even look as stable as this, and it works out okay. You just have to understand where the weight of the ladder is. Secondly, these feet can kick back, and typically my favorite position would be, especially on a slant, to have, only when you're in the dirt, to have one foot kicked back. What that does is, for one, the ladder will like never kick backwards at that point because the foot is digging into the ground. For two, the side that the foot is kicked back on will be like lower. So if you're on the high side, if you're just a little high on one side, take the side that's high, kick the foot back, and then it'll balance out. The only reason I didn't do it on this setup is because if I would have kicked this foot back, it would have made this side too high. And without this rock and this side kicked back, this side was still too low. So that's how I had to make the setup. Now, when you have it set up, when you're using an extension ladder, you need to be able to think about and understand where the weight is and what could possibly go wrong. So in this setup, what could possibly go wrong is, since both feet are down, the ladder could kick backwards as I'm at the top. Or you'd have to consider what side is the high side, which this side was the high side, but if this side was the low side, the ladder, this side could go inward and twist on you. And so when you think about these things, about where the ladder can go, then when you're at the top of the ladder, you just keep your weight on the side that won't screw that up. But the other thing to keep in mind is, when you're at the top of the ladder, the chance that you will tip left or right is very unlikely, because when you get past halfway on the ladder, all the weight is on the arms and no longer on the feet. So the feet is on the feet in a way of it pushing like back, but not really pushing down in a way that if one foot is low, it'll get pushed to the ground. So I've had instances where it's not totally level, and it's better to have the ladder straight rather than have both feet firm on the ground. So I'll make the ladder straight, and as I go up it, when you're on the first few rungs, the ladder wants to tip back to where both feet are stable on the ground. But that's because your weight is so low, and as you go up, it won't happen, and you can pull the rung off and straighten up your ladder. So I have done that many times, to where when I'm at the top of the ladder, there's only one foot that's actually touching the ground, and the other foot will never go to the ground, and it can twist in, but you just got to keep in mind where your weight is. But ultimately, I'm gonna keep sliding this ladder down, and I'm gonna keep sliding it down the slant, and I'm gonna keep using rocks to put out under the left foot, and usually I'll probably kick my right foot back if I can get it set up that way. And I'm comfortable. I've already done the top peak actually, and I had it set up sort of like this, except the rocks were right here and this right foot was kicked back, and so that's comfortable for me. And so the main things to keep in mind are use flat rocks are the best, and use them to try to stack under your feet to make them level. But the other really good thing to keep in mind is, if you have one, the side that doesn't have rocks under it is just a little high, and then kick that foot back, that'll really make you stable. Okay, I'm gonna sign off, and for more tips on painting, please subscribe. Thanks, bye.